Hey, everybody, who's here? I just sat down and my computer did an update. Sorry, it wasn't ready to go at the right time. Hey, Lisa Palmer, me too, me too. Hey, mods, first of all, love you guys and thank you for being here. Hey, HG Nettie, that's what I'm going to call you because I don't know how to say your name and I like you, but I don't know how to say your name. Hey, Diana H. Nellie, welcome in. Heather is here on time for once. I love that, Heather. Joel Sachs, I saw that you were going to make a show today. Thank you for being here. Guys, Joel Sachs is in South Africa, so his schedule is not the same as ours, nor is his accent. And he is a little poo poo angel. Thank you for being here, Joel. Hey, Liz Tricks, Donna Cooper, Kathy Burkhart's here. West Coast Fancy Nancy. Hey, Hart Mank. I like Hart Mang. She's new. You shouldn't have to hear negative comments and take the abuse. Do I have lipstick on my teeth? No. Whatever they think is their problem, it's on them, not you. After a while, you realize who your real friends are. This is such a good point, and I have learned what you're saying in like the last probably, guys, 6 months. Like I am just now learning what you're talking about, and I'm loving stepping into that because there's a power to it. There really is. Hey, Barbara Waite, and thank you for saying that. Thank you, Kathy Burkhart. Scrolling. Hey, Paula McDonald. Welcome, Renee B. Hey, babe. Missed you too, Joel. Hey, Raspberry Beret. Armine. Oh my God. Did you love that short that I posted? I sent that to Armine. Guys, was that so cute this morning of our tiny nugget, our little baby bird, little frosted mini wheat. Hey, Melissa, Anna Banana, Mimi is here. Can you screen these comments before they get on the screen? No. However, they're gone real fast. What is that clicking noise? Okay. They're gone real fast if there's negative comments. Hartman, if there's anything hateful. So we allow anything in this community. You can say anything. You can have a different opinion. You can challenge. There's just no hate. It's pretty simple. You just can't be hateful. So I always say the haters are even allowed to be here. Unfortunately, like Zoe yesterday, remember Zoe? I hope Zoe comes back with all of her massive amounts of different sock accounts. Hey, Joan Marie. Yes, I thought of you. I was like, I hope Joan Marie comes. So we just don't allow hate. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, right? You just can't be mean. Hey, Yawn. People are very accepted here. To be vulnerable, to share. We're in a safe space. I realize it's YouTube. How safe can it be, right? But it's safe here on my channel. This is our living room. This is a community, and the mods know what to do, guys. Promise. I don't have to tell them anything. They went to mod school. Hey, Puka Vista, Lady O, and we're grateful to have them. Riley's human. What? It's just a stupid way to spell Jeanette, but it's my actual name. Jeanette? Why couldn't I put that together? So your name is Jeanette. Okay. It has been bothering me every time you're here. I'm like, I hate that I can't say her name right. Thank you for telling me. Oh my God. Okay, I got it. Hey, Sophia. Hey, Panda. Jen Finberg. Thank you, babe. Hey, Heather Snoopy. Welcome back. Wendy Brewer. I hope your aunt is feeling better. Hey, Karen Dahl. Thank you. And your name is Kathy. Do you want us to call you Kathy? Hartman K. That's what it is. Okay, I got it now. Is it okay if I call you Kathy? Oh my God, Armine. Hey, DNV. Dang, I think I got behind. Hey, Leslie. Welcome in, babe. Maybe Leslie. Hey, PRF. Thank you. You guys really like the title of this. I did too. Oh, there he is. Hey, Love Bunny. See you later. See you on the boat tonight. Hey, Mimi, other Mimi. Auntie Janet says, you said you've been here forever last week, but you just finally came out of lurker mode. And I have to say, I love that. I love people who are lurkers and then they're not. Do you know how many people we have here that was like lurking the first year and now like we know them so well and chat. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Joel Sachs. That's such a nice thing to say. Hey, Buffy, Tiffany B, welcome. Okay, I'll call you Kathy then. That's easy. That's easy peasy. Barbara Waite, I thought you were a member. Thank you for being a member. It's okay, Buffy. You stay as Buffy. Okay, I just caught up. Silver lining. Hey, Just Joan. Welcome in, everybody. I just want to say again, thank you to the new people. We have picked up a lot, guys, of new subscribers from Tommy's channel on the Lifeboat. Yeah, you were, Renee B. And I just am so thankful for that. I don't know how they're going to feel about our channel, but I'm closing in on like 400 new subscribers. And I'm so super grateful for that. I can't go to sleep at night. I'm so excited about it. Ask the mods. Like, I love having new people. I love having just people. This whole channel, this entire show is to connect. That's what it's about, to tell our stories. What's a lurker? A lurker, Leslie, is just somebody who sits and listens, but doesn't ever come into the chat. So it's insane for someone like me. Hey, smudgy girl. It's insane. Hey, Marshall Laird, Leslie, imagine having this channel for closing in on 3 years. Okay. And you have someone just show up in the chat one random Tuesday, right? And go, I've been watching you since day one. I've just never spoken up. That's insane. And I get like a lightning bolt, right? When I see that, because I'm like, you've been watching for years and I've never met you. I always assume everyone watching is chatting. And I don't know why I assume that. I'm just kind of a dumb bum like that. I assume that everybody in here watching is our friend too. You know, yesterday we had like 350 people in here. I always assume that they're all our friends. They're not. I'm just naive. I'm just dumb and naive when it comes to things like that. I've said it 100 times. Hey, Joanne Holly. Hey, Linda Garden Lady. I've said it 100 times. If someone like opened the side of a van and was like, hey, I have Chihuahua puppies in here, but you got to come in, I'd be like, oh, let me pick one out. And then I would be taken. It's a fact, guys. Like, I just assume everybody is out for everyone. I heard something the other day. I know, silver lining. That's crazy. I heard something the other day that was like, oh my, I made a note of it, actually. I made a note of it. Let's talk about it. Oh, your kindness doesn't protect you from people who don't live by the same rules. Expecting people to be fair to you because you're fair to them never works. And hey, Valerie, you're not late at all. You made me laugh so hard today, Valerie. Smudgy girl, happy Monday. Thank you for the super chat. That's really, really kind of you. Thank you, guys. Means the world. Super chats and being members or any of that, hitting like, hitting subscribe, all of that supports me and Huxley. So thank you. Hey, Michelle, stopping by before I start dinner for the fam. Wanted to say hi. I hope that the family is doing well. Thank you, Michelle, and I love you. Hey, Dotsy. So I heard when I made this note, this is something I heard online, so I immediately typed it into my notes. Thank you, Joan Marie. And the guy said, yeah, Leslie, you're so right. But the guy said, see, I do this. I have a really bad habit of this. I expect people to do what I would do. And then I'm shocked when they don't, or when they're not. When I'm like, that's like when someone is rude or like stabs you in the back, I'm always shocked by that. I'm like, and here's why I think that really truly is for me, I can't speak for everybody else. I've always said this to the new people, which I don't know how many new people we have in here today, but I've always said this. The one thing that I really truly miss about Scientology, being in Scientology, is that they stab you from the front. No one really stabs you in the back in Scientology for a few reasons. You're always put on the e-meter. So like they know everything they're the eye in the sky, right? They know what's going on. And yes, Joel. And the other thing is, there's the snitch culture. So, hey, Elena Rainerman. So, hey, Run the World. So it's like, if you and I, this is why there's, hey, Bella Beluza. This is why, what was I about to say? Bella made me laugh. Rue, I'm happy to see you, babe. I've missed you. In Scientology, this is why all relationships are conditional, right? For this reason. If I'm your friend, right? We're not real friends. We're not bonded like a real friendship would be, because If you share something with me that's private, I'm going to write it up. That's what it's called. You write it up. You write a report on that and you give it to the church. You give it to many what we call terminals in the church. Terminals are just people, proper authorities. Yeah, Leslie. And so, okay, thanks. My computer updated, so it's like doing weird stuff. Hey, Katie, welcome in, babe. So does that make sense to you guys? So it's honest betrayal. Yes. So that's the only thing that I miss about being in Scientology is if I share something with you and you write a report on me about it, you're going to give me a copy of the report. I get a copy of it. You're going to give a copy to the ethics officer. You're going to give a copy to my auditor, right? Like everyone will know about it. That's just another day in Scientology. It's not even like you told on me. It's like you learn real quick not to share things, right? Because if you do, you're going to get told on. So you don't share things with your friend. You have to share them on the cans, though, on the e-meter in session. So for me, hey, squirrel girl, for me, yeah, that's the only thing though I miss about being a Scientologist is there wasn't much shock to the system like there is in the real world. People really blow my mind out here. That's what a big thing I've learned is like, you can't actually trust because people will be like, you can tell me anything, right? And then they turn around and like tell on you, or they go, I got the receipts on Reese, I'm gonna do a show about it. Okay, right? Like we've seen that before. We've seen that movie 100 times. Hey, Kat. We Spera and welcome in. I get it. I get it. Yeah. So I didn't really know what friendship even was. I'm not sure what brought me. Oh, I know what brought me to this topic. So I am naive still a little bit out here in the real world with the non-Scientologists because I love that, Joel, and I feel the same way. I messaged you, if you recall, like a week ago, Joel. I hope you got it. Yeah, Leslie. Hey, crafty Carrie. So even to this day, I'm kind of shocked when people are not who they say they are. Does that make sense? Like I'm always kind of like, oh shit, I read that wrong. Like or I'm just surprised when people, like for instance, the people who I had confrontations with, like when I first started my channel, I was definitely still being a Scientologist. And I definitely didn't handle the friendships I was making well. And some of them got their feelings hurt. I got my feelings hurt. Hey, Deanna, I know. And I'm learning that. It's kind of a hard lesson to learn. Deanna says, I don't trust people. Hey, Robin Miners, not at all, really. Don't worry about it. I feel that way too, Deanna. And it's a bummer. It's kind of a letdown. But at the same time, it's better to feel that way. So the point is, then you have the people who you do have like a disruption of the friendship or disconnection or however you put it. Then you find out too they were never your friend because all they want to do is run to the internet and type up shit about it or do shows about it or whatever, like stir up drama and gossip. So it's like then there's that added pressure of like we can't, like those people for instance still complain. They're like, I'm a victim of Reese, but they blocked me on every platform. I can't even talk to them if I wanted to. So like the behavior is weird for me. Hey, Linda Gillum. And I saw something the other day about, it said, you can't, so I made a note of that, but I don't know why I didn't note the other part. It said, your kindness doesn't protect you from people who don't live by the same rules. Yeah, Nancy, hey, Giraffe, your kindness doesn't protect you from people, right? What was it? I got to find it again. Your kindness doesn't protect you from people who don't live by the same rules. You expect people to be fair. And then this guy said, where I got this from, he said something like, that's like expecting a polar bear not to eat you or attack you because you don't eat polar bear. I liked that. Even though it's kind of bizarre and out there. I like bizarre and out there kind of sayings like that. It's true. That is like expecting a polar bear not to eat you because you're like, hey, whoa, I don't eat polar bear. Don't eat me, right? Like It's human behavior. Hey, Holly is so bizarre because I want to make friends and I want to trust people, but I'm so naive and I expect so this is kind of an interesting this is interesting because I've learned all of this in like the last 6 months and this is kind of self-taught between you guys in here showing me like how life works and therapy. I've come to these conclusions by putting these pieces together, right? It is, yeah, PRF. Yeah, Nancy, I mean, it's true. I want you guys, hey, Lacey, I want you guys to be thinking with that. That is like expecting a polar bear not to eat you because you don't eat polar bear. Doesn't really work that way. So I think it's really interesting. These are the dots that I have connected in the last 6 months. And hey, Jeanette M., the reason I say the last 6 months, even though I've been slowly growing, right, since I started this channel, I told you guys this like a week ago, and I find this very fascinating, but true. Coming out of Scientology, there were so many things coming at me, like high speed coming at me. Like, oh, I love therapy. I'm a big advocate for therapy. There were so many like truths coming at me. Like, this is how you behave in these. Like, I've toned down my crossing of boundaries. I feel like I've kind of, don't you guys agree? The people who've been here forever, I came out of the gate on YouTube like wonky. I was a full blown Scientologist at the time, I would say. Hey, Anne, I was pretty inappropriate, which isn't the worst thing. Like, I was learning how to tone it down and be a regular person. But in the beginning, I'm sorry, Jen, in the beginning, I was way more obnoxious. I don't know. You might say I still am. I don't know. The people that hate me are like, are you kidding? You're worse. Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends either, Jeanette. I just don't like deep, deep friends. Oh, Katie, me too. I can't stop thinking about that. Thank you, Joanne. Hey, Joyce Drager, it's good to see you. Reese, what you said in your video the other day about people being in your business versus being in your corner hit me. I hope that you carry that forever because that is something I am trying to master from here on out. And it's easy to spot when you think about it like that. When you make a new friend, hey, Chris Crafts and Coffee, I was constantly talking about Pound Town. I was. Hey, Meredith Lynn, which I still love talking about, but I don't as much anymore. I've polished myself up a little bit. And I'm glad I did. Because to be honest, that wasn't me. I was being a Scientologist. I felt like I was on all the time and just obnoxious and annoying. Scientologists are like that. I don't want to be like that. I like those topics, but I don't want to do it all the time. Yeah, KDB, it's such an important lesson, like I don't know how to spot it exactly, Leslie, other than it's a gut feeling. And it's one of those things you have to keep actively in your mind all the time. When you meet someone new who wants to be in your life, you kind of follow along with them and go, is this person? I'll give you an example, Leslie. Joyce, first of all, thank you for gifting that membership. It's good to see you, by the way. Thank you. Reese, would you say it's not being able to trust your own judgment of others? Yes. I'll give you an example. Oh my God, the sunset is gorgeous. Wow. Tennessee has really pretty sunsets. Guys, I had a friend. I lost a couple of friendships last year. And I'll give you an example. It's an easy example, Leslie. I had this friend that was calling me like 2 to 3 hours a day. That's overwhelming for me. Now, it's not her fault. It was my fault because I didn't say anything. I didn't say, like, this is too much. You're too needy of a friend for me. I can't do this. Hey, Taylor Miller. Okay. So it's not her fault. It was my fault for not saying anything. But after that amount of time, like, we were friends for months and months, and this would build. And every day she'd want to talk to me. And I think she was just very lonely. She was older than me. And it was draining, to be honest. It was draining me. Like, I would end a phone call with her and then I'd be like, oh God, now I have to do a show. Like, what am I going to do a show on? Like, I was just overwhelmed. I was just overstimulated, right? PRF gifted a membership as well. Thank you, babe. Thank you for doing that, guys. People really love that. It supports me and Huxley. So thank you. So Leslie, this woman, it got weird because an example of this, guys, and Katie, I'm talking to you too. An example of this, I would say, yes, it was, hey, Rain, good to see you. It was very hard to get off the call, but I would say things like, we would talk for 2 hours and it was all about me. It felt like a therapy session. She was like, so when you were 5 and transitioning and your mom was about to leave, look, I'm trying to put the pieces together. She'd be like, so when your dad took over, she'd ask me all these like deep questions about my past. And I never really had a friend do that. And finally, I said to her one day, I said, you know everything about me. I don't know anything about you. Like, you haven't really, like, how did you grow up? Right. And she was like, "Oh, I mean, there's really nothing to my life." So tell me a little bit about, like, it was constant. It just became constant. I was like, I don't know anything about this person. She never talks about herself. She doesn't talk about her marriage. I was like, this is odd. Eventually it clicked on me that I was like, this is odd. Right. And I know, Renee B, I don't talk on the phone that much, only really with my mom and then my other job on Zoom calls. I love our Zoom call here. Hey, Carrie Cushman, but I'm not really a phone chatter. So when I do give my phone number to people now, I often say, text me. I really don't talk on the phone. I really don't talk on the phone much. Like, I try to set that expectation and boundary right up front. Like, I am not going to sit and chat with you on the phone for 3 hours. I can't. It drains my battery. I don't mind it like once or twice, but I cannot sit around on the phone all day. I just can't. I'm not to that point yet in my life. I'm not financially to that point. Like, if I were able to be more self-sufficient financially and have that kind of time, I probably would, because I am a talkative person. In case you didn't know, I'm Reese. Nice to meet you guys. So that's an example of Leslie of, yeah, she was married. That's an example of know the difference between who is in your corner and who's just in your business. And once I learned and spotted that, I was like, oh, there's no going back. Hey, Lenora Gray. There, yeah, and you're only one person. There's a lot of us. Yeah, Joanne, I prefer texting. I just do. It's easier now. I'll text with someone for a little while back and forth, but sometimes I'll get like I'll get messages from people and they'll be like, "Hey, can we sit down and talk on the phone?" And I'm like, I've done that before, and I'll set like I only have like 30, 40 minutes, and they'll just blow right through that. And then it gets awkward. And I'm like, I gotta go. Like, I can't just do this. And I also learned it from that friend I had. She would literally call me and be like, "Hey girl, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I just talked to you for 3 hours yesterday." Like, I should have just not picked up the phone, or really I should have just been a mature adult and said, this is draining for me. Like, I can't have a friendship with someone who's this needy and like needs to talk to me this much. I just can't. It's draining. It's also draining because of what I do for a living. I can't talk 3 hours a day with you and just shoot the shit and then go live for 2 hours. It drains my voice, to be honest. So it's just a lot. I don't even need to explain myself. It's just a lot. So that's an example of knowing the difference. Hey, Lapis Sky, welcome back. Knowing the difference between who's in your corner, guys, who's in your business. But that is the one thing that I really do miss about being a Scientologist. I gotta hand it to them. Nobody, hey, Victoria, nobody stabs you in the back in Scientology. Jeanette says, do you think when you first came out, people were treating you like a Scientology spectacle and it took you a while to lean out of that spectacle? I don't guess I understand fully what you mean by that. Sorry, I feel like I have a cat hair. Hey, Katie, did it? When you first came out, were people treating you like an ex-Scientology? I think when I first came out, my channel grew really fast. It grew really, really fast immediately. And then it went backwards, right? Like, we got up to like 21,000 subscribers at one point, and then it just dropped. And I think in the beginning, hey, DS Kitty Diane, people expected me to behave or act or dance a certain way. I think like people were, yeah, I kind of got the impression that I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I felt like people were rushing to me to be like, "Give me your phone number. Oh my god, I'll be your friend. Oh my god, oh my god." Yeah, and it was like then I disappointed a bunch of people by not being who they wanted me to be, if that makes sense. Like, do you remember I told you guys I had a bunch of people that were like, "I'll help you. Oh my god, I can teach you everything about the world." And I was like, "Okay, sounds great." And then I was like kind of became a recluse a little bit, and I was like, maybe I don't know how to be a friend. I don't know how to socialize with people. They took that personally, I think, and they expected me to be their very best friend, and then I wasn't. And then they were like, I hate Reese. That's kind of what happened in a nutshell. Hey, Heather, the Instagram about Moose the cat. When was that? It's like last spring, summer, somewhere in there. Hey, Mary Barons. Yes, your 41st wedding anniversary. I remember. Happy anniversary to you. They outed you, Reese. They did you dirty. No friend, no loyalty. Carrie, I mean, to be fair, though, I wasn't a good friend either, right? I wasn't a good friend either. So the point is, guys, there's a bigger picture to what I'm saying. And I've been learning this very valuable lesson lately. Yeah, it's kind of teenage stuff, Deanna, for sure it is. Hey, Carolyn Peters. I'm late. Sounds like people smothered you. Jackie C, welcome. Carolyn, that's a good point. That's a good way of putting it. Hey, Sharon Marks. What's my Instagram? Relatable Reese. Or my personal Instagram, or if you want to follow me or not follow me, come to my Facebook page too, is just my name, Reese Quibell. Um, there's something I've learned, and the reason I'm pausing, I'm stalling, is because I have the concept. I don't know if I have the words yet. I'm trying to think. There's something I've learned in like the last 6 months, even though I've been out of Scientology 3 years. There's been too much real life shit coming at me that I've had to kind of put together. And now I'm finally processing it. It all happened so fast. This channel grew really fast. I had all overnight, I had like 10,000 emails from people, and they were getting mad that I wasn't emailing them back. And I was like, I'm trying. Thank you, Shomenucci. Thank you. But I realized something just recently that has helped me so much. And it's quite simple. And again, hey Cliff Ann, you guys, I always learn stuff and then I feel like people here are like, yeah, we already knew that. That's some basic ass shit, girl. There's things you guys learned when you were like teenagers that I didn't learn. And this could be very basic to you. I know. Sorry about that. Hey, Christy Anise. Thank you for coming over here. I always get excited when I see you. Thank you, Christy Anise. Um, I have this really bad habit. So I have a couple bad habits. Like I would almost call them addictions, and I'm working on them. Of course, you would have been overwhelmed coming out of Scientology and overwhelmed having people rush to you to be friends. Yes, Lacey, and sadly, those people got so pissed when I wasn't their best friend. Hey, Aspire, and those people to this day, years later, go all over the internet going, Reese is a horrible person. She burned me as a friend. And it's like, yeah, is that really what happened? Or do you just not give grace to people? Do you not accept that people change and grow? Or do you hold them accountable to a place where they were years ago? I really hate when people do that. I am not the same person I was a year ago. Please don't hold me to that version of me. I have taken accountability. I have apologized repeatedly, right? Like I'm not sitting, I have to adjust my bra, sorry. I'm not sitting here going like I didn't do anything wrong. It was all them or it was all that situation. Don't hold people to things that they're not anymore, especially if they've grown out of that and blossomed, right? I feel like I missed some things. Hold on. Jan said, would you say that you didn't know how to be friends, but then neither did they? Therefore making it bound to happen the way it did. Yeah, and I'm kind of glad it all unfolded that way. Tommy has haters too. Are you joking? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was a joke. Yeah. Tommy and I we have extreme hate. Tommy and I have extreme hate. But the great thing about both of us is we just swim past that shit. I mean, I say this, guys, and I mean this. Hey, Joan Marie, I say this. Hey, Sandy Wandy, I saw something not that long ago, and it may sound cheesy, but I love it. Yes, Raymond, the eagle. Hey, Chops World, the eagle only has one predator. I loved this when I heard it. It was really quite cool. The eagle only has one predator, and it's the crow. And the crow will jump on the eagle's back. It's kind of wild. Crows are really smart, though. And what the eagle will do when that happens is it just flies straight up into the atmosphere so high that the crow can't go that high. They can't breathe up that high, but the eagle can. And so it just falls back off. It falls off of its back. It just lets go. That's what Tommy and I, that's how I always think of me and Tommy. We just keep going higher and higher because there's nothing else you can do. What am I going to do? Address every single piece of hate? Address every single thing that people say and do and say that accuse me of, right? So that's something that I really, really take to heart and I love. Just go higher. When people jump on your back, what are you going to do? Fight them? Deal with every little crow that jumps on your back? Fuck no, we're not doing that. I don't have time for that. We're just going to go higher. Just go higher. Fly higher. That's how I feel about that. I remember, hey, Bo, when you considered special pieces of your clothing your friends, I felt that was sad. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have any friends. And I still to this day attach a memory or an emotion to all of my things. People make fun of me for all my clothes or my shoes or my purses or my glasses. And the truth is, like, for a long time, I've attached emotions to those things. They mean something to me. And I know that's not healthy, but I remember that too. Thank you, Smudgy Girl. Stephanie Betts, I remember you over on the boat. Been following Johnny and Tommy about a week now and came over to see your channel. You're as beautiful as Tommy says, especially it seems where it matters. That is such a nice thing to say. That is so validating, Stephanie. You have no idea. Thank you for saying that. Feeling seen and heard is way underrated. And that's what we do on this channel. And that's why a lot of people, hey, Grandma Sunshine Dragon, don't like new people will come to my channel and go, I couldn't stand it. I'm sorry. You calling out everybody's name, saying hi every 5 seconds is annoying. And it is for the wrong crowd, right? But I did not have connections with people for a very long time in my life. And connecting with people is my favorite thing to do. I love it. I love, love, love. The more people, the merrier for me. And so when people come in, I just have to acknowledge them. It's like anyone walking into a room. Would you not say hello? Of course you wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't think. I'm very social like that. And I like to make sure that people feel welcome here and they feel seen and heard being here and they're a part of this community. So Stephanie, that was a big deal. Thank you for saying that. I hope you'll stay. I hope you guys will stick around. Please hit subscribe while you're here. Please hit the like button. True story, a crow was literally dive bombing me whilst riding my bike. I just rode faster. That's cute, Bo Beats. I mean, I'm sorry that happened, but that's an adorable story. So yes, Tommy gets a lot of hate. And he would agree with this. I would go so far as to say, like, a lot of when Tommy and I get together, a lot of Tommy's haters by association, I am hot. Where's my clip? By association, his haters just started hating me. Make that make sense. Like, I started getting a bunch of hate just because of being with Tommy, right? So it's just kind of, I always say this to him. Hey, Nicole Hazelmiller, it comes with the territory. It just comes with the territory. Being a YouTuber, it just comes with the territory. That's what I say to people. Hey, Andy, Reese, you've come a long way. Such a different person now. I love watching you grow into your beautiful butterfly wings. I love you, Riley's human, and thank you for saying that. Andy says, you've always made me feel welcome. Thank you, Andy. That's because you're cute as a little baby otter whisker. So what I'm trying to get out is that's the only thing I miss about being a Scientologist. And that is the truth. I really do miss that. In Scientology, you get stabbed in the front. Everybody knows when you get told on. It's not even upsetting. It's like, okay, whatever. They wrote a report on me. Thank you, Joan Marie. Tommy says I'm hot. I'm shocked. He's never told me that. So I miss that. Hey, Angie Mo. I miss that. I respect Tommy because he speaks his truth and you know where you stand. Not enough authenticity these days. Yes, so true. Cindy, I'm glad you came back. Welcome back in, Cindy. Thank you for giving me another shot. Yeah, DS Kitty, it's so true. Guys, I just get a lot of hate. I just have accepted that. I'm more than willing to accept that and be the hated one because again, I have a 16-year-old son and I just think about boys, girls, people who are not mentally well. What is hating on people? What kind of an effect does that create? I've said this 100 times. It makes you feel when you bully someone, you're bullying them to feel smaller and smaller and smaller to a point where they don't want to be here anymore. Right? I don't know how many of you relate to that. I have a stepbrother who took his own life, right? Like I do not ever want to make anyone feel like they do not belong, like they do not matter on this planet because everybody has a place. Everybody does. And I think it is so effed up. Thank you, Katie did it. I think it is so messed up the character of these people, but it shines and it's showing. And none of us are. Tommy always says this to me: show me a troll hate channel that's successful. You're not going to find one. Show me anybody who's attacking people and bullying them that's a winner. You're not going to find one. They're already beneath us. That's how I look at that. Deanna, he takes it in stride, babe. Here's the thing about Tommy. He was a criminal. He did 13 years of federal time in prison, right? He was a heroin addict for decades. Tommy has seen a lot and he has grown from that and it's made him who he is today. And that's how I feel about my background. I've been through a lot, lots of abuse and things like that. I've seen things that I wish I hadn't. I've endured things, but look where I am today. I've never been happier. And I somehow got blessed with this channel and getting to meet and connect with all of you. I wouldn't change a thing. I honestly wouldn't. I wish there wasn't so much hate, but unfortunately, that's never going to go away. There's 8 billion people on this planet. We'll all be dead in 100 years. 8 billion people will be dead in 100 years, and it will start up again. New people will be born and be hateful. It's unfortunate, but I that's just the way it is. Thank you, smudgy girl. But here's what's interesting to me. DS Kitty Diane, I don't hate you. I don't hate you either. I love you. You buy Gertie's greenies for her. Thank you, Diane. Thank you for the super chat. Taylor, oh God, did you change your picture? You did, didn't you? That's a really pretty picture of you. I've only been here less than a week and can't get enough of your energy and vibes. That is so, thank you. I sometimes need to hear that. I tell myself that. I'm trying to validate myself, but thank you for saying that, Taylor. Hey, Rhonda McNeil, love you, babe. This shirt, Hope, is old. This is from Target years and years ago. I told you guys they had that brand called Who, What, Where, and it was so cute. And I have so many of their pieces. They don't sell it anymore, but you can get it on Poshmark. But I love a puff sleeve and I love a stripe. So win-win, right? But thank you. Robin Miners, I found picture perfect for this group, posted it, emailed to you. Okay, thank you, babe. It doesn't make sense to me that you get hated on. You're the opposite of hateful. You're such a nice, genuine person. Well, here's the thing. So I want to talk about that actually. And I appreciate you saying that. Hey, badass, welcome back in. I'm hoping to make the next 100 days. I'm just hoping to make the next, from what? Like sobriety, or tell us more? Hey, Laura Beth, I've been thinking about you. Thank you, Carrie Cushman. Laura, I've been thinking about what you said the other day, that you've been struggling with work stuff and people being super judgmental. This is actually the purpose of this stream today, is because of you, Laura Beth. You guys give me your issues or whatever it may be. You have no idea how much I take that. And hey, Patricia, and badass, please don't feel that way. I'm really glad you're here. You're in good company. And I hope you don't mean that. I hope you're joking. But please don't feel that way. We've all had those really dark moments in life. I mean, I very rarely speak for other people, But I really believe that we've all had really, really dark moments. Again, I have a stepbrother that took his own life. I get it on a deep level. I have had those dark moments, but please see that you're going to push through that. And I think community is everything. Isolating is no good. Okay? Keep that in mind. Carol, Lucy, I just subbed to you last night. I remember chatting with you. My first time listening, you're a gorgeous looking girl. Thank you. And I remember chatting with you last night. So thank you for giving me a shot. Hey, Sue. I have dark moments. Dark moments. Badass, we're here for you. See, this community really, really cares. Yes. Laura Beth, I've been thinking about you because what you shared with us the other day is so relatable, right? Laura Beth was saying that she's struggling right now. She's just going through some stuff and she's got like a group of people who are judgmental of her. Hey, Julie. And I've been thinking about that. I've been processing it for the last couple of days since you told me because it's so relatable, right? One of the biggest things is that I think, okay, so I say this and I don't want to speak for everyone here, but tell me, put a 1 in the chat if you've had this or you think about this. I may be more than you because I'm a Cancer sign. I'm a woman. I overthink. I kind of grew up alone. So, like, I was within my own thoughts and I've always minimized myself and looked down on myself and always thought I was ugly, shit like that. So, when you have that kind of a personality, what happens as you grow up? I care about what other people think. Hope, I love you. Thank you, Sue. I'm glad. I care about what I used to. I'm so much, YouTube has saved my soul with this. Okay. You're from Wichita? I've always had the idea that if someone is picking on talking about others, other people are safe because I am the target at the moment. That's exactly how I feel. Ann Bowman, bingo. Yahtzee, right? I feel the same way. Pick on me. Continue to hate me. Right? Poke at me. Now, don't involve my kid. That's where it's a problem. And they do that. They call my son's school. They talk about my kid. That's, I don't like, but go ahead and pick on me. Tell me I'm a terrible mother. Like, do it. Carolyn Hughes, Reese with your coloring, the red jewelry and lipstick. Thank you, Carolyn. I've always said over the years, you got to have a pop of red, babe. I said it and I'm not unsaying it. Pop of red, ladies. Pop of red. Okay. It is low, but they're low. They're low lives, right? So here's the thing. How many people have struggled with self-image and then allowing that to ripple effect out to, like, Laura's issue, worrying about what people think, people judging you, that kind of a thing, right? Like it's a real, from all the people I've ever talked to from this channel, I can already say it's a real issue, right? It's a real issue. So I've been thinking about that more and more, and it's helped me a lot. It's helped me a lot. And this is not, I didn't come up with this. Okay. This is not original to me. I really love Mel Robbins. She's been an inspiration for me. And then there's a ton of, hey, Stacy Toms. There's been a ton of just other, like, hey, Rika, there's been a ton of other reels that I've watched that have helped me. No names, people I don't know who they are, but they've inspired me. And then what happens is I take all of those things and I adopt the things that matter to me. And then I make it into my own casserole, if that makes sense. So, like, I will take pieces of people's inspiring speeches or something, and I'll pick what works for me. And then I'll mix together all of that. And then I'll come up with something that's my own thoughts. And I'm not about to say anything profound here. And again, what I'm going to say, Laura Beth, all of you are going to go, yeah, Reese, we know we were not Scientologists. We learned this shit in the real world years and years ago. But I really, truly believe this is overlooked a lot. Couple of things. I'm going to start slow. Tommy will give me a problem. Yeah, I saw that, Renee B. I loved Robert Duvall. Tommy will give me a problem. And I will say to him, not insensitively, Don't get this wrong. I am sensitive. I'm a Cancer sign, and so is he. Put two of us together, okay? We're just a couple of little like crying babies that can't, no thick skin. Not true. But I will say to him, like he'll get worked up about something, and I'll say to him, babe, it'll be like some group of people or a person or something. And I'll go, babe, and what would you like me to do about that? And I mean that very seriously. Because, like Mel Robbins says, you can make somebody laugh. I can do that, and so can Tommy. You can make somebody a cup of coffee. You can make them breakfast. You can make them a steak. You cannot make them change. Okay? So, trying to get someone to see or do something, now I made this up, is like going up to a smoker and going, oh my God, you know that causes lung cancer. That's going to kill you. People do not want solutions. They want to figure shit out on their own. Like telling the student is, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. All this to say, you have to accept the fact, okay? This is what I've learned the most since coming out of Scientology. You have to meet people where they're at. I beat my effing head all day long going, why did she say that? Why did they react that way? Why did she do that? Why are those people saying that about me? Why would they call me a documented scam artist? I don't even have a fucking record. I have one speeding ticket. Like, why this? Why that? Who cares? You have to meet people where they're at. So here's the problem. You expect this because that's what you would do. That's how you would deal with it, is right there. That's what you would do. So you're stuck on that. You're stuck there. And the person or the people, the group or whatever is down here disappointing you, like my father is disappointed in me. Okay. So they're down here and you're up here going, why? I held you to this standard. Why did you let me down? They didn't let you down. You let yourself down because you expected something that was never going to happen. You have to meet people where they're at, or you will let yourself down every time. Right? I'm not going to get overly personal. I don't talk about me and Tommy anymore. Too much drama there, and people love to run with shit and make up, decode messages like, ooh, they broke up. Like, nope. But I give Tommy as examples because he's the person I talk to all the time. So he will let me down in some way. He'll do something. He's a fucking man. Come on. He'll do something, nothing terrible, nothing life-threatening, but he'll do something where I'm like, oh, man. And it's really me just hurting my own feelings. Like, I'll read into it wrong, and I know that about myself. But I have learned now, instead of being like, sorry, I was reading a comment. Instead of being like, babe, and then that starts a whole thing. Like, it's not that I'm silencing myself, but you know how people say that saying, choose your battles? I've never really fully understood that. And I feel like that's kind of what that means. Like, you expect it. Here's what I mean by that. I'm going to use Tommy as an example. I expected him to do this, but he did that instead. Is it like something that I should bring up with him and go, I expected you to do this? Well, he's his own person. You can make somebody laugh. You can make somebody a cup of coffee, Reese, but you cannot make anybody do anything. And then that leads into, you also can't be disappointed when people don't do exactly what you think they're going to do, even if they know you really well. Even if even if you told them, yeah, just live and let live. I agree with that. But my big thing, and it could just be me, but my big thing is I will be like, why are those people saying that? Why did that guy say that? Why did I get that shitty, evil email? Why am I getting threats? Who cares? We could why all day long. It's a hamster wheel. Like it doesn't, you're never going to change that. And I zoomed out. I get too fixated. I get myopic about shit and I zoom in, right? Now I do this thing where I'm like, zoom out, Reese, and take a look at this. You know why? Because you had this up here. You're letting yourself down, is all I'm getting at. You shouldn't even be mad at the person, the people, the group, whatever. Yes, Armine, the snake bite analogy. Guys, this is good if you don't know it. You get bit. You get harmed by someone, you get bit. There is poison. You just got bit by a rattlesnake. That's serious. There's poison in your arm and you're fucking bleeding. Excuse my language. What do people do instead of going to the hospital to get the anti-venom or whatever it is that you need and taking care of yourself, the wound? What do? We chase the snake. Hey, snake, come back. Why did you do that? Now I'm hurt. I'm bleeding. I'm a good person. Why did you hurt me? It doesn't matter. They're a snake. It's in their nature, right? It's like I said earlier, it's like expecting a polar bear not to eat you because you're saying, I don't eat polar bear. Why are you coming after me? I have had to learn this like really, really recently. I'm letting myself down by caring what other people are doing. Right? Like, so I have all these haters. So what? I'm working with a media team behind the scenes. They say to me all the time, they're like, at least who gives a shit? You know what? They're like, you know what the common denominator is? No one is saying who is Reese with all these haters. Like, at least you have a fan club of fanatics who know who you are. You don't even have to say my last name. You just say Reese. You put my picture up and people flock to that shit. They're cashing in on it. Hey, I wish they would send me some of the money. Still, I talked about this. If one of you wants to start a hate channel on me, it will make money. Just send me part of the proceeds. I don't know why talking out of the side of my mouth makes a difference. Yeah. Instead of taking care of yourself, thank you, Case Face. Instead of taking care of yourself, we chase that shit. We let ourselves down by going, I'm being judged by this group of people. We can't do anything about that. Unfortunately, we can't because it would be illegal. They're probably jealous of you, Reese. There's a fine line between love and hate. Jealousy is eating them up. Who knows what it is, Carol Lucy? They're also probably ex or former Scientologists that hate me, or current Scientologists, or people who are not Scientologists, but they're being paid by Scientology. Who the hell knows? All we know is it's insanity and we don't really give a shit. Renee B. Hey, Dan, the breaking news man. So, Laura Beth, I know I didn't just tell you anything you don't already know. I had no profound, I don't have any magic thing to say to you. It kills the haters when you have an army of supporters. It does. They get very angry. Do you know how mad these haters are right now that I got new subscribers? I know it because I saw one of them post about it. They were like, she got 200 new subs. We're not doing a good enough job. That's why over in Tommy's chat now, I'm like, subscribe to my channel. Even if you hate me, just come over. Just come subscribe. Piss off the haters. Come subscribe. Petty Reese. Petty. You just totally disappointed everyone by saying that. Suck it, haters. Yeah, it's Carol, they do have a sad life. They have a very sad life. If you're willing to hate me, a total stranger that's never met you, I always think, how do you treat your mom? How do you treat your wife? God, I hope you don't have any animals. Like, that's how I feel about that. If you're willing to hate a total stranger on the internet, like, ooh, good Lord. How are you at work? I bet you're such a fucking dream to be around. Shelly, I know I love the title of this. G-Man is new. Thank you for coming over, G-Man. I appreciate it so much. Archie's mom. Oh my God, it's an honor to have you. I've known you forever on the boat. Thank you for coming over and giving me a shot. That is so nice. I doubt those people have spouses. That's a good point. Taylor, I don't waste a lot of time thinking about it because once you cross the line to a lot of my haters specifically, this is creepy and we don't need to get into it. Yes, Lapis are unfortunately very, very racist and support white supremacy, which is just crazy. But it's also not a bad thing in my case because who the hell are you going to get to support that? Like, at least it's in your face, right? Like, it's in your face. It's not like they're good people that you're like, well, I don't know. I kind of believe them because they're good people. Like, if you went and saw my haters, you'd be like, oh, holy shit. Like, that is the human equivalent of an ashtray in a gas station next to a slot machine in 1987. Like, no one's gonna support that, right? So we have that going for us, right? Like, they're sitting on like a taxidermed couch or something, speaking to ghosts from the past. Like, they're not a state of the mind. They're not state of the mind artwork in there going on. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on that I think what I guess I'm trying to say is I'll take my haters and I'll keep them. I'll keep my haters. They're absolutely. So I know what I'm saying is nothing profound. I know what I'm saying, especially they're Jen. I wasn't going to say that, but yeah, Jen, you can put that out there. They need to get some help. They need to get some help, Melissa. But guys, we're not focusing on the haters. That's not the point. I really don't like to give them attention. I just know that they're racist, white supremacists. That's all I need to know about you. Mimi, I thought you were talking to me for a minute. And I was like, I haven't lost any weight, but thank you for saying that. As a matter of fact, I feel like my face looks a little chubby lately. Reese, I just support women with glasses, striped shirts, and marvelous hairstyles. Dan, as you well should, my friend. Jen, you're hilarious. It's okay. Thank you, Dan. No, guys, the point is this. I keep disappointing myself. Hey, Erica, where did you stop? I meant to text you. I want to know, are you safe? I kind of worry about you a little bit. I went to Costco today and I thought of you and I was like, I don't know. I'm a little worried. Erica just retired, guys, and we're so happy for her. She worked at Costco for decades, and it's really a big deal that she retired. And she's doing her own thing, and she's traveling now. But I worry about her. But she is like 6'4", and she's really tough. And I've met her in real life, and she's going to be okay. I live a good truth talker. Love a good truth talker. You go. You're a good person, and people just want to try and suck the positive energy out of the world. Screw up. You're so right. And Archie's mom, Tommy and Johnny better because you're over there. They get a lot of it too, and they don't care. They let it. I mean, the best possible. You're in Yuma, okay? The best possible thing, guys, is to just be successful. Be a good person. Totally, Cheryl R. Speaking of being a good person, he's a good person. He's a great guy. And he listens to your stories, and he's smart, and he's your emotional support kissy man. And he's friendly, but he farts all the time because he eats the cat poop. And it's really, really gross. You're a good person, Bobo. Cindy. I struggle with this, and I don't know if it's a female thing. Like, maybe there's a few guys in the chat. Is this more of a female thing? And when I say, is this more of a female thing? Caring about, like, chasing the snake, what I just talked about, right? Success is the best revenge, absolutely. But like chasing the snake, worrying about other people. Also, let me ask you this. Is this more of a female thing to go, that's not what I would have done, and then being disappointed? Do you see what I mean? I do that a lot where I'm like, now, why did they do that? That is so ridiculous. I would have done this. And I set my standard up here when really they just let me down, but I should have just met them where they were at. And then I don't get disappointed. I guess what I'm trying to say, hey, reflections. Just Joan, that is such a nice thing to say. Thank you, Archie's mom. Archie's mom, if you like that dog. Archie's mom, you might really like this one. And I know it looks taxidermed, but it is real. It's unbelievable. It's a frosted mini wheat with eyeballs. See it? See it? It's really cute and tiny. Hey, Maisie. I guess what I'm trying to say is this. This is what I'm trying to get out. This sounds shitty and it's easier said than done. Hey, Marie Marion, if you don't set those expectations, then you're really less let down in life. If you just rely really on you, some people will always, well, what you? Oh, because your spirit will always hate you because your spirit irritates their soul. It's so true. Right? If you don't rely so much on other people and how the outcome of shit is going to go and their reaction to things and setting standards and expectations, I know, Robin, then you really aren't going to walk around as reactive or let down as much. Does that make sense? Or is that too easier said than done? Yeah, it's basically being a people pleaser, Cindy. You're absolutely right. I love this quote. Some people will never like you because your spirit irritates their soul. Yes. I've found who's left when you're standing alone in the rubble at the worst part of your life. That's a friend. That's a great, great point. You are expressive, liberating, permissive, or encouraging, the exact opposite of what you fled. Remember, you are free. Oh my God, Jennifer Liberty, that's such a beautiful thing to say. Reese, you never know what words you may say that will be just what one of us needs to hear today. You talk from your heart. Some days that's what we need, someone who actually gives a crap. Just Joan, I love you and thank you for saying that, because sometimes I feel like I make no difference because my words don't come out properly. I don't communicate properly sometimes because I have the concept, but I never know like how to get it out. Walking, yeah, like walking with someone. Walk with them, not in front of them. Yes. Yes. I'm going back. Thank you, Reese. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. I am trying not to allow myself to let them get to me. I can do that sometimes, but I'm kind of raw right now and it's harder. So here's the thing. Archie's mom, my new motto is trying to say no without an explanation. It is so hard, but Archie's mom, don't give up because I am the worst at that. I am the worst at that. That's not true. My mom's pretty bad too. But my mom will absolutely do the same thing I do. She'll be like, no, but here's why. I just can't because Tuesdays are bad for me because I'm like, Mom, you don't have to do that. Women do that. We have to stop doing it. It's okay to just say no. That's not going to work for me. Right? What are boundaries, guys? And I'm going to address this, Laura Beth. What are boundaries? We learned something because boundaries were always scary to me. I was always afraid to be like, no, because no, I'm sorry, I can't, but I wish I could. Setting you on fire to keep other people warm. What are boundaries? This changed everything for me. Hey, Mindy Doolin, this changed everything for me when I defined what boundaries are for me. Boundaries are simply clarity. That's all they are. Boundaries are clarity. So if I say to you, thank you, Jeanette. If I say to you, hey, that's not going to work for me. I don't ever participate in that kind of whatever. And let's say that you go, oh, no problem. And you just abide by what I said. You just respect it. Guess what? You made it to the next level. We're going to be friends because it's clarity. That's all that is. It's just clear to you and you respect it. You don't get close to the line. You don't trigger me by trying to push that, right? But if I'm the wrong person in your life and you say, hey, I'm not cool with that. And I go, well, get cool with it. Or I go, well, why not? Everybody else does. That is clarity that I'm not meant to be in your life. Boundaries are simply beautiful pieces of clarity for you to go, this person is no good. This person respects what I said. That's all it is. To me, that communicated and defining it that way made it so much easier for me to set a boundary, to speak up for the first time in my life and go, I'm sorry, that's just not going to work for me. I don't like that. Right? I told you, my ex-husband, you're really tiny. I would say to my ex-husband, that's not going to work for me. And he would go, oh, I don't care. I wasn't asking. You're doing it. That's clarity, guys. That's clarity that that person should not be in your life. That's toxicity. Hey, Brenda. Welcome in, Brenda. That's all it is to me. So like now, see, boundaries was just such a scary term to me. I was like, people would be like, you need to set boundaries. And I'd be like, I don't even know what that means. Like, I'm afraid to speak up for myself. Not so much now when you think about it in those simplistic terms. It's just clarity, right? If the person says, too bad, or well, that doesn't work for me, what doesn't work for you, then cool. We're clear with each other. Beat it, right? That's all that means to me. If you're not willing to respect those clear-cut lines I set, or you're going to try to cross them, hey, Holly Bird, that's it. Archie's mom, I am really glad you're here. I've always wanted you to come over here. I'm so glad you did. I'm just telling you that because that helped me. Now, back to what Laura Beth said. West Coast Fancy Nancy, you and the people in this group have made a difference in my life. That is such a nice thing to say. You've been with me forever, Nancy, and I just love you. Hey, Marty Jewell, another one. Marty Jewell, your Facebook post in the group today made me teary-eyed. That was a beautiful post. If I can find it, can I read that? Nancy, thank you for your super chat, and thank you for saying that. So let me go back to this real quick, because I feel mischief. Exactly. And by the way, congratulations being sober. Thank you. Oh my God, that nonsense. Sorry, my bra is slipping. We do have a Facebook group, Taylor Miller. Mods can post it. I'd love for you guys to come over into it. It's fantastic. We're in there all the time posting shit. I want to get Marty Jewell. Okay, Marty Jewell gave consent. I don't want to do anything without your consent. But first I want to say this. So Laura Beth, because I feel like I'm being insensitive to you, Laura. I feel like, I hate it when people do this. There's nothing worse than people being like minimizing, right? Like Laura Beth says, I'm getting what you're saying. This is how I read this. I'm trying not to allow myself to let them get to me, right? Because she has people who are judging her and it's really affecting her. I can do that sometimes, but I'm kind of raw right now. So she's setting up, basically telling us a boundary. Like, I hear you. Like, do you know what I mean when people are like, you'll get through it, champ. We have faith in you. Like, I don't want you. Good night, Carol. I do not want you to feel, Laura Beth, like I'm just appeasing, if that's the right word, like minimizing what you're going through, because it is so much easier said than done. And when you're going through it, right? Like Badass, if Badass is still here, when you're going through it, like my therapist said this to me once, a fish did not discover water because they're in it, right? They're in it. They can't see it. You can't see it when you're in it. So I really hate it when people are like, okay, Badass is still here and I'm glad. I really hate it when people are like, let it go. Like, another one. Look, I know that you guys like to say this and I don't mind it because it is a fact and it's true. And it's half motivating for me, but it's also half like, thanks. When people go, this too shall pass. Okay. When? That doesn't help me. Like that's not helpful right now. Now, if my problem is not super, super horrible, that's motivating, if that makes sense. It's a case by case. This too shall pass can be motivating for me where I'm like, they're right. I will get through this. Like it kind of helps me to think ahead and outside of the bubble. But if it's like a heavy ass problem, like Laura's going through, to be like, this too shall pass. Like, okay. Thanks. Can you expound on that? Like, do you know when? Are you an oracle? So I don't want you to feel like I was minimizing you, Laura Beth, but only if you allow it to pass. That's a good point too. That makes me think, Joan Marie, That's another thing my ex-husband used to say all the time, and it would make me absolutely batshit. I was like, "I've never been gaslit successfully, but you are actually cracking through, dude. Like, you're getting through it. You're breaking through that barrier." Oh, I'm so glad Archie's mom. Okay, my ex-husband would go, this is so fucking crazy. It would make me crazy. I'd be like, "That's not gonna work for me. I don't like that. Or I'm not comfortable with that decision. Do I get a say? Like, that's not gonna work." I'm mad. I'd be like, "I'm pissed about that. That's no." And he would go, "Well, that's a choice. Choose to be mad." And I was like, "Okay, that's." I'm not sure that that would be the definition of gaslighting, although he did a lot of that. He used to say to me all the time, "Hun, your thoughts are not within reality. You're just an uneducated Scientologist and you don't have any common sense. And that's okay." He used to fucking say that on a loop. And I was like, "I'm going crazy." No, he would say that. I'd be like, "I'm not comfortable with that." And he'd go, "Well, that's a choice. You're choosing it." Say that to a woman. Say that to anyone. Has it ever worked for you to go, "Calm down, get over it, let it go"? That's a choice. Mhm. It used to drive me nuts. I was like, "Okay, all right." Joel Sachs is so kind. I love Joel Sachs. Yeah, it was horrible. It was like, "Okay, do you have anything else to say about that, or you're just trying to piss me off?" It was horrible. Yeah, Cindy. So I just want, hey, Chrissy Twig, I just want you, Angie Mo, I just want you to know that a fish did not discover water. So when I say you're in good company here, I mean it. We're here for you. We're not here to go, "Thanks for sharing that. This too shall pass." Like, I get it. When you're stuck in something, it's especially hard for someone like me having to go on and this is what I do for a living, right? This is how I make my money. So, like me coming on, having to put on a happy face if I'm depressed or angry as shit about something that I can't share here, that's difficult. So I get it. Like you're having Laura Beth to, she's saying, like, it's just, I'm raw right now. I get it. And you still have to, oh, Raymond, you're going to get us all fired up. Hey, relax, control yourself. Can you imagine being told that when you're heated? Like, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. I'd be like, actually, I'm going to wreck you. They don't call me Wrecking Ball Reese for nothing. Come get some. That was Steven Seagal, by the way, for those that don't know. It's kind of a thing we do around here. Oh, Raymond, that's not going to work, man. So I just, Laura Beth, I want you to know that, hey, Amy Edge, that there's nothing I can say to you right now. So when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When you're ready to get through it and you'll solve your issue too. I'm not here trying to solve your problem. I hate that. I had to say that to Tommy today, which he luckily is a cancer science, so he's way more like sensitive and understanding and he gets me on a pretty deep level. But I had to say to him today cuz he was like, "Well, trying to solve the problem I gave him." And I went, "Whoa, whoa, 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 babe." I was like, "I'm not trying to get you to solve this. I don't want to hear your thoughts on it. I'm just telling you because I was just kind of like having to get it off my chest. I was just upset for a minute. Like most men do that anyway. Like they'll want to solve it when you give them a problem. And he's much better about that now. He'll be like, "Do you want me to help you with this? Or is this just something you're telling me?" But I was like, "I don't need you to solve it. I'll get through it. I'll figure it out. I just needed to tell you because I'm upset, right? And I don't have anybody else to tell." Jennifer Liberty, lovingly, who was really the suppressive? Not you. The accuser is the villain. Enjoy being free. Well, that is interesting, isn't it? And I love that picture. Who was really the suppressive? Not you. The accuser is the villain. Enjoy being free. Yeah, Cindy, for sure. That too. Um, See, that's hard for me, Jennifer Liberty, and I appreciate you pointing that out. It's true. But as a former Scientologist who was born into that shit forever, right? I told you guys this yesterday. The one of the biggest, see, I'm thinking of a Scientology term right now. We used to do this. Scientology, hey, old Charlie has its own language, and I can't think of another word right now. I was going to say one of the biggest stable datums. A stable datum is oh my God, this is crazy. I'm thinking in Scientology right now, and I can't think of another term. One of the biggest stable datum. What's the definition of a stable datum, Reese? A stable datum would be like a universal solid thing that we all agree on. So a stable datum is in the Midwest, we have 4 seasons. You can't argue that, right? A stable datum would be fucking help me. Something about the sun or the moon, whatever. A stable datum would be something that's solid that we all agree on. So in Scientology, a stable datum, Jennifer Liberty, I don't know why I just went through all that. Now I'm confused. I know. I'm sorry, Cindy. A fact. Yeah. I hate this for the new people. Guys, sometimes I get caught up in Scientology lingo and I can't think of a different English word for you guys. So a universal truth. And there's Laura DePreet. Like an orange is orange. Yes, the sky is blue. It's a universal truth. That's all I'm trying to say. I did not mean to confuse you guys. I'm so sorry. That just came out. Yes, Cindy, and I'm so sorry. So what I'm trying to say, this is to Jennifer. You make a great point, but in Scientology, a universal truth, I'm going to remember that from now on. Thank you. A universal truth is, what did you do to pull that in? We talked about this yesterday. So if I, like I said, get a divorce, stub my toe, get the flu, get in a car accident, plans change for the worse, your flight gets canceled. Hey, David, all those things is pointed back on you. What did you do to make that happen to you? I'm diabetic. Okay. I'm diabetic. Took me forever to get diagnosed because you don't go to the doctor in Scientology. And when they found out I was diabetic, that was the first thing. I had to get handled on that. What did I do to pull in diabetes? Meaning, what did you do? What crimes did you commit? What did you do? It's such a shame blame game. Scientology is always turning the camera back on you. What did you do? It's very suspicious. Like, for as long as I can remember as a small child, my father would be like, what did you do to pull that in? Right? Like, it was just, it's always this like, oh shit. And I told you guys, I still do it all the time. I hit my arm so hard vacuuming the other day on the handle of my refrigerator, so hard that I thought I died. Like, it like rocked me back into 7th grade. I was like, holy shit. I thought I broke it. And I immediately, I had my headphones in, I was vacuuming, and I went, oh my God. I was like, what did I do to pull that in? And then I was like, oh, I forgot. I'm not a Scientologist anymore. Whoops. Your Scientology is showing. Your Scientology is slipping, girl. So I'm just trying to say, this is a whole side note. We got sidetracked, but I do that on this show a lot. For those who don't like that, we go into the weeds and people think I have ADHD, and I probably do, but I do say this. Hux, Moose is at the front door. Can you let him in? You try maintaining for 2 hours, 250 people, telling a story, getting sidetracked in the chat, reading a super chat, getting really deep into a story. And then someone's like, oh my God, I forgot to tell you, my mom died yesterday. Then you have to go through that, and we all get sad and go through it. Then you get back on track with what you're talking about. And then someone super chats you and goes, hey, did you ever hear about this as a remedy? And I go, oh my God, yes, my aunt did that. And we talk about that for 10 minutes. Then I have to get back on track. And that's why I love this channel. Because poor people like Tommy, I feel so bad for him. He'll be like, I'm sorry, I was up all night studying and reading and doing research and making notes and all of this about this case and this true crime. And I'm like, oh shit, dude. I just hit go live and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to say. Like, no pressure. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to say. Like, I feel bad for the people who have real channels that are real content creators, because I am not. I'm like, hey, what's going on with everybody? What's your favorite color? I will come on here and be like, I think I have a yeast infection. Does anybody else, can I give you my symptoms? I love it here because it doesn't matter. We don't care. I love that. Yes, Cindy. Hey, Tony P. I love cats too. So I'm not sure. Hey, Thursday before two. What I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if I have ADHD. I don't know if it's real. I asked my therapist, and he was like, maybe a little. He was like, but you control it. He was like, you're not out of control. And I was like, can I get some Adderall or can I get some hydrocodone? And he was like, you don't typically mix the two. I was like, well, I do. Give me some stuff. Just kidding. I don't take anything. I'm an ex-Scientologist. Thank you, Lapis Sky. That sounds like fun for someone with ADHD having a YouTube channel. You would think so. But I say it like this. I feel like a news anchor. No joke. Look at Joel Sachs. He's last man standing. He's up and he's the only person awake right now in South Africa. Guys, I feel like a news anchor all the time because I have to be like, I stole this. I stole this from a stand-up routine, but it's so funny. She was like, there were no survivors. But first, which candy bar helps you lose weight? All of the dogs that were rescued died. But where to find the cheesiest pizza in town tonight at 11? Like, that's how I feel sometimes. I'm like, I'll be like deep into a topic, and then someone's like, hey, Reese, my first grandbaby was born today, and we named her this. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, I'm talking about the death of my husband. I'm like, and his last words were, and then someone's like, hey, I adopted a new cat. And I'm like, oh. Like, and then I have to switch it up. It's crazy. Thank you, Jennifer, for your super chat. It's wild, though. No joke. Guys, so I don't know. You try doing this shit. It's my favorite thing on earth. I'm just saying, people judge the hell out of me. They're like, I get annoyed with you because you can't stay on topic. I'm like, you sit in this fucking chair and try staying on topic. Plus, I'm on my period. Like, a perimenopause could be knocking on my door. Sometimes I shit myself. Like, you try. I don't have a gallbladder. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm trying to make this work, right? Yes, it does, Ann Bowman. Yes, it does. Your streams should come with a warning label. It's just crazy. Like, we just do this all the time. We can't stay on topic. There's no topic, right? Well, thank you for saying that, Cheryl R. C-dubs. Sounds like the life of a hairstylist. I always wanted to do hair. I couldn't because I don't know how to do hair, as you can see. That's why I'm not one. Teresia, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, pooping stories. Yeah, we do that a lot here. I crap myself, I don't know, every 6 weeks or so. I changed the conversation 5 times in 1 minute. Someone said recently, Reese's channel is like, what was it? The summer in Michigan, like wait 5 minutes, it'll change. The weather will change or something. I don't know what to tell you. You either like me or you don't. Tommy's dad always said this, and it's so true. Reese, you're a sardine. I kind of want to get a sardine tattoo. You're a sardine. And it's true because people either love sardines or they don't. No one is ever like, I'll take a crunchy fish bone with eyeballs. Absolutely. I'm in the mood for a sardine. Like, nobody feels that way, right? Like, my ex-husband used to eat like cans of sardines, and it was the worst. It was like, I would rather stick needles right into my corneas. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I wish I had known that marrying him, but I didn't. Like, it would have been a big no. You always impressed me because no matter what direction the conversation went in, you always came right back on track. Like, you pushed a pause button. Thank you. Get a sardine tattoo. I kind of want one. Thank you, Archie's mom. That's an honor coming from you, Archie's mom. I really thought you would hate me. Mindy, that is so nice. It's true. You guys give it a try. It is difficult to come on here and be like, I just started my period and somebody laughed at me today. I got a death threat in the mail. I tripped and fell in public and showed emotion. And then, like, don't even get me started. I had to go to Costco today. We all know how I feel about Costco. Don't do it. But I kind of want, yeah. And then fashion sense. Yeah, he wore open-toed Keens with socks. Do you know how much of a reflection that is on me? Even though we're not married anymore, the fact that I dressed that man for 5 years, I changed his entire wardrobe, and then I found out on Instagram he was wearing open-toed sandals with socks. I'm a public person. I'm in the public eye. Now, no one knows who I am, right? It's not like I'm famous. No one knows who the hell I am. But what if they do know who I am? They're going to equate me to that. They're going to be like, I'm disappointed, Reese. Like, I thought you cared about things more than that. I thought you cared about this world. When you did the show with Tori, thank you, Cheryl R. When the Lady O, his bangs. Don't get me started. When you did the show with Tori, you helped her keep on the subject. I think she appreciated that. I think she did too. She said that to me the other day. We're going to do part 2 of that next month. I'm not going to give you the date yet, but Tori and I are going to do part 2 on our channel. Wisconsin Barb, welcome. How can you eat something that stares back at you? That's the worst thing I've ever heard. Well, in 2026. No, it's not. That's not true. Valerie in Tommy's chat today. Valerie, are you still here? Thank you, Archie's mom. That is such a compliment. In Tommy's chat today, Valerie said, hey, Reese, like in front of everyone, she goes, because I crap myself a lot. Like it happens a lot. And every time I do it, I throw my underwear away. I'm not saving those. Hey, Dawn, no, we're not that poor. Like I may live in a trailer, but I'm not that poor. I'm not saving them. That's my chair. And Valerie goes, a lady, what did you say? God, I wish she was still here. A lady at work crapped her undies. She puts this in Tommy's lifeboat chat. Did you guys see it? Craps her undies, goes and rinses them out at work, and then puts them in the microwave at work to dry them out, and then puts them back on. And I typed in the chat, I was like, that's the worst thing I've read so far in 2026. I have not heard anything worse. I haven't heard anything worse than that. I can't think of anything worse. Hey, Sherry LeBrun. I mean, I guess being tossed into the trunk of a car or something, or being buried alive, I guess, but that's like pretty close. I was like, what? What? I was like, did you just type that? Am I the only person that saw it? I was like, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. And then I said to her, I go, maybe I'll try it. I was just kidding. And she took it seriously. And she goes, just be careful. She goes, rinse them out really well, because the stench was so bad in the office because she didn't rinse them out. And I was like, Valerie, I was kidding. Like, it just kept getting worse. I was like, you know what? I think I was like, subscribe to my channel and I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to head for the hills now. Yeah. The work microwave. I was like, what's happening right now? Like it's hard to embarrass me. Like it's hard to shock me. I was like, this is some real true crime here. That's the real crime. Jen, it takes all kinds. Yeah. Yeah. Taylor, I just take my underwear off and throw them in the trash. Absolutely not. I will not save underwear that I crapped in. It's never going to happen. Like I will stand on a street corner with a sign that says, please give me money. I pooped myself, before I save the underwear. It's grounds for dismissal. I would think you could get fired for that. I like a cup of noodles. I'm kind of addicted to them lately. If I put that shit in the microwave, no pun intended, and you microwaved your shitty underwear in that microwave, I got hit once on the side of my face with a fax machine. You might be looking at the side of a microwave on your face. I'm not kidding. If I cook my noodles in the same microwave that you microwaved your shit underwear in, did that make sense? Of course it did. I can't imagine it. I just can't. I can't believe we went there either. And Valerie's not even here to back up the story. So now I just look crazy. I'm so sorry. See, this is what I mean. That's so sad. Oh, Cindy. I know, and I feel like I just made that story up, and I didn't, and Valerie's not here to validate it, vouch for it, verify. I will never I will never use I will never use a public microwave again. You know what else you'll never do? I worked for physicians for a long time, and this stuck with me forever. Hey, Bohemian Luciferian Witch, another thing, one of the doctors I worked for told me, and it ruined my life. So I want to ruin yours as well. I'll pass it on. She said at like 90% of the lemon wedges in restaurants, like if you go to Panera and grab like with the little tongs, I would love that Thursday before two. Like 90% of those, as well as like 99% of all jacuzzis are filled, and I mean filled with E. coli. So don't use a public microwave and don't use the public lemon wedges. Okay. You're welcome. Now, Mischief. Been off the scene for a few months. I lost my mom and my hubby has mobility issues, so I've been preoccupied. It's great to see the old guard. Thank you for being here, and I'm sorry that you lost your mother. You have to be really, really going through it. I'm so sorry. I don't know why my chair is squeaking tonight, but I swear to God, I'm not farting on camera. That is one thing I really wouldn't be able to recover from. I'd probably change my name and move to a different country altogether. I am so sorry to hear that, but I am happy to see you. Welcome. And just come in when you want to. Like self-care, take care of yourself and your family. I'm sorry that you lost your mother. That's horrible. PMSL? I don't know what that means. It's a fart. She's farting. She's just sitting there farting. Can you imagine that? This chair has never done that. I'm gonna have to get a new chair. Where were we? See, I don't even know. Valerie's story was the worst thing I had heard. It was the absolute worst thing I'd heard. And you remember the time when I worked in senior living and I crapped my skirt? Hey, Lilac Lime. I crapped in my skirt once and it was horrible. And it was nighttime. Mop man. Hey, Linda. It was nighttime. And I was in a skirt. Who cares? But I was really embarrassed and I took my underwear off and I threw them against the building, like next to the gutter. And I ran out of there screaming, right? That's what most people would do. Don't be judging. And I came to work the next day, and Ken, the maintenance man, was already in the office when I came in. And he was like, you're not going to believe what I found this morning over by the mulch in the bushes. And I was like, no way. What is it? Was it a dead mouse? I was like, what did you find, Ken? And he was like, I found shitty underwear in the bushes. And I was like, you're kidding. I was like, these people are animals. I was like, sickos. Every last one of them. I was like, you guys are sick. I thought that was a terrible story. But Valerie topped it off by using a public microwave to put her shit underwear in. By the way, it was nice meeting all the new people because after today, you probably won't be back. Joel Sachs, thank God you're still here. For your kindness to everyone here. Thank you, Joel Sachs. Laura Beth, I was like, you guys are disgusting. You're old. I was like, you should know better. Animals. I was embarrassed about that. There was nothing I could do. I shit myself. There was no trash can. There was nowhere to put it. It was really dark out. And I was like, I got to get out of here. I got to get the hell out of Dodge. Oh, there's nothing worse, Mimi. You are grandfathered in and you signed the paperwork, Marissa Martin. It wasn't Valerie. It was her coworker. Don't do Valerie like that. It was her coworker. It wasn't Valerie. It was just Valerie who told the story. Hey, Susie CJ. Joel Sachs, I love you. You should probably go to bed. It's like 4 a.m. there. We love you, Joel Sachs. Thank you for your super chat. You're the best. I love seeing you. Yeah, Maisie, Shiloh, it was horrible. Yeah. Chef Brian? No way. I'm honored that you're over here. I'm kind of intimidated by you. Your picture alone, I'm like, that guy is smart. He's a smarty. I was thinking the other day when I was like, everybody come subscribe to me over on the boat. I kept looking at Chef Brian's comments and I was like, that dude will not be over on my channel. You just intimidate me. You look very wise, but in a scary way. Hey, Ty Mark. I'm shocked that you're here, Chef Brian. I do not do the Nancy Guthrie type of content that Tommy does, and Tommy is smart and well spoken. So I'm fairly embarrassed, and I hope that you didn't. You just came in, and I hope that you didn't catch the last 5 minutes, sir, Mr. Chef. Thank you. I'm very frightened by you. You make me nervous. I think you're so smart, but I look at your comments and I'm like, that guy ain't subscribing to my channel. Like that's the last person that's going to subscribe. But I felt the same way about Archie's mom. I'm shocked that she's here. I'm absolutely blown away. But Chef Brian, I understand that this will probably be the first and last time I meet you. And sir, he's watched us quietly before. No way. You terrify me. You look way wise and just like you know how to make a good steak. And you just in every way look like you're better than me. I don't even know what that means. I do, because most people are better than me. Same with Mop Man. I'm shocked that Mop Man is over here. Some of these people from the boat, I'm like, wow, you guys are so wise. What are you doing here? Like, that makes the rest of my chat go, what did she just say? Everybody else has known me. They're grandfathered in. They have to be here. They feel sorry for me. Different type of person. You're doing honest advertising. I'm really embarrassed right now, but I mean it. He says, what did he say? Chef Brian spoke. Everybody be quiet. Not even love your show. The arm taint thing was hilarious. That's true. This is the arm taint. And that's where you insert a needle if you're diabetic or if you're a heroin addict, I think. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service, Chef Brian. And honestly, I'm intimidated as hell by you, but thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Jody, love it. Sorry for the caps. All caps are welcome here. Unless my mods get mad at it, I don't get triggered by that. I'm going to text Johnny later and be like, Johnny, how are you doing? It's your sister-in-law. All the way over here from Tennessee. Join your channel the next day. I adore you and you shine like an angel. Now that's what I wanted to hear. Jody, don't ever leave me, please. I'm already trauma bonded to you. If you say I shine like an angel, I'm trauma bonded. Please don't leave me. Chef Brian, it was so nice to meet you, sir. I tell everyone about the arm taint. Yeah, this is very sensitive skin, just like your taint. And people don't recognize or realize that. And I hate it. I know all capitals is a Johnny thing and it's hilarious. He gets really triggered by it. And I know Johnny Scoville and I didn't know that about him. And so now it's like everything I can do at night when they're live together to not, I'm like a kid. I'm like, God, I want to type in all caps so bad. It's so funny. He gets really pissed about it. He's like, all caps are going to get deleted. I'm like, oh, I want to do it. It's like saying like, don't look at that or don't touch that button. I'm like, oh, I have to. Lexi, it's true. No, guys, the arm taint is a real thing and it must be respected. Yeah. Yeah, I'm close to 18,000 subs again. I know I want to come back to that. Guys, I was at 21,000. I used to be a somebody. I used to be cool. So hit subscribe, damn it, even if you don't like me, which right now I don't even like me. Don't feel bad about that. You should be putting your shitty underwear in a trash can, not the side of a building or a microwave. So you did the right thing. No, this is, hey, oh, you were already here before. Heartmank, Kathy, that's your name. This is sensitive, okay? So this is sensitive. And when you go to insert a needle into it, you don't have to say like, you're going to feel a little poke. You got to feel a little stick. Aw, Mop Man, you're a little angel, aren't you? Reese, stop insulting yourself. I'll try. It's my natural state of being. Thanks, cheap chick. This is annoying. Don't do this. The worst people type like this. It drives me crazy. Yeah, that's stupid. Either like go all big or don't. But like don't do a little bit of both. Like pick a side and stay there. Carolyn Hughes, let's set your goal to 100,000 so you can get a plaque. That'll never happen. There's no way 100,000 people are going to be able to hit subscribe to this channel. Let's be honest with ourselves, Carolyn Hughes. Like, I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked. I think the only reason anyone hits subscribe is because they come over and go, holy dog shit. Okay, I'll do it. Like, I feel like people come over to the channel. I'm like, come check out my channel. And people are like, no. And they click on it and they're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing I've seen in a long time. Like, this is a horror show. And they're like, I'll do it because I feel bad for her. That's the only reason people super chat me too. They're like, this is sad. Like, let's all get together and join in and give her a couple bucks. This is depressed. This is getting sad. Yeah, Julie. Thanks, Archie's mom. See, Jody gave me a super sticker just because she was feeling sorry for me. And I get it. I super sticker myself as well. And I'll get like a Starbucks because I'm like, this is sad. This is depressing. Thank you for your thank you for your super sticker. Oh my God, he's still here. Everybody be quiet. Chef Brian speaking. I recently had a nerve test for carpal tunnel and it should be used before waterboarding. It was brutal. That's a lot to process. Valerie, you're still here. Oh my God. Valerie, were you here a minute ago? I told your poop story about microwaving the underwear. Please vouch for me that I didn't make that up and that you said it. It's your story, Valerie. Chef Brian, sir, again, thank you for your service. And your picture frightens me, but in a good way. You just look so wise. And I'm sorry that that happened to you, sir. Tommy's making everyone feel guilty because you guys have a deal of some kind that makes him grin. He has a deal with himself. I'm not in on any damn deals. No. Don't be dealing with ex-criminals. You'll lose every time. Joanne. So number one, no using public microwaves. Absolutely not. Off the effing table now. Ask Chef Brian. Number two, no samples at Costco. Never. Okay, Valerie, vouch for the story, everybody. Number three, throw your poo pans far in the woods. Far in the woods. If you're going to do it, I recommend throwing them into a river or something. And I'm not a litter bug. Like, I get upset when people throw out anything. But if you're going to shit yourself and you have to run and you got to get the hell out of there quickly, yeah, throw them into the woods. No samples at Costco, everybody. Just keep that in mind. That's a serious. And by the way, thanks for super chatting that, babe. That was so nice of you. What's everybody laughing at? Why are all the laughing emojis? Okay, badass. Thank you for being here. You better come back. I'm keeping tabs on you now. Hey, Margie Barr. Oh, no buffets. Oh my God, Chef Brian is still here. Everybody be quiet. Brian has something to say. Sir, it was worse than my prostate biopsies. Hey, Gemini girl. I kind of like that Chef Brian is sharing so much with us. I have to be honest, sir. I'm impressed with your vulnerability that you're sharing about something up inside your butt right now. Thank you for that. You're in a safe space, Chef Brian. And we honor you and respect you because you are frightening and so wise. And sorry to hear that about your prostate as well. Really sorry to hear it. And I hope that you'll come back, sir. Throw your poo pants far in the woods and blame a bear. You could do that. You absolutely could. Guys, oh, Chef Brian's a cancer survivor. Salute Chef Brian. All hail Chef Brian. He's a cancer survivor for 10 years. Sir, we love you and respect you a lot. Thank you for sharing that. And about your prostate. I should get my prostate checked as well. Poor Chef Brian Lapis Sky. Guys, yeah, absolutely. Sir, thank you for your service. And thank you for everything. So Nicole Taylor says, just real quick for the people who don't know this, because this is a fact. It's a scientifically proven fact. And I think all my people who've been, hey, Whip Curl Readiness, all my people who have been with me here for years, I'm sorry, but just real quick, endure it. Some people like to go to Costco and eat lunch there. Well, hi, Bobo. Oh, he's such a good person.
Oh, he's a friendly guy. And he's your emotional support kissy man. And you can grab his face. And he says, I won't bite your face off. And he says, but if anybody tries to come get my mom, I'll rip their lungs out.
Thank you all. 40-ish, get it checked. They can kill you. I'm in my 40s. I will get my prostate checked, Sir Brian, Chef Brian, sir. Thank you for your service, sir. So Costco, real quick. Hey, Bridge, guys, just real quick, just before you leave, I understand that you want to get the hell out of here, and I don't blame you. Costco, this is a proven scientific fact. Okay, you can fact check me. It's a bad idea. I was at Costco today, and so it's a two-part problem, and I am going to speak to Congress about this. But I just want to say that people abandon their carts in Costco in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so if you have an aisle that's just like straight this way, they'll abandon their cart diagonally so that no one can get down that aisle, and they will leave their 6 children in the cart, their wallets, everything, right? And then they leave their kids, and I have to raise these kids or like put them in an orphanage, and they will race, right? They will race to a lady with a hairnet named Fran to get some free chicken nuggets or frozen blueberries. Thank you so much, Chef, sir, and I hope to see you again one day, sir. These are monsters. People go to Costco to eat, not knowing the dangers. So let's say you think it's a harmless chicken nugget. Let's say you're like, who doesn't love mustard pretzels? Are you following me on this? I hope you're listening. This could save your life. So you go up to try the mustard pretzel, and thanks, Just Joan, I will. So you go up to try these mustard pretzels, and some man comes up next to you, okay? Harmless, right? And you go to get the mustard pretzel, and some guy comes up and goes, hey, we're so you're dealing with that, okay? People are coughing trichinosis all over the mustard pretzels that you go to eat lunch there for. With. And then I'm not done. The other thing that you have to look out for that you can't look out for. So not only do you have this guy coughing malaria all over your chicken nuggets, okay? So you just harmlessly go up to this woman in a hairnet and you're like, what are these? And you go to grab it while you abandon your children in a cart somewhere over in a different aisle, and they're just sitting there waiting for their new mom to show up. Me. Now I got to feed these fucking kids. Okay? You go up to get your free mustard pretzels, and Lurch, who's 6'5", comes up and goes, oh, wow. Guess what else? Arm hairs. Do you ever think of arm hairs? No, you don't. You never think about arm hairs. But here's the problem. And this is science. This is a scientific fact. There are more arm hairs in this world than ghosts. And they're just floating around. Hey, Allie. And they're just floating around. If you look at your arm hairs, they just fall off. They're like fake plant leaves. They're not even real. They're not even meant to be there. And arm hairs, nose hairs, beard hairs, okay? All of those things are just floating around. Skin flakes. You want some skin flake cake? No, you don't. So what I'm trying to say is, think twice. Because those chicken nuggets have lurches, trichinosis, arm hairs, malaria, and tuberculosis. He's also Doc Holliday. They also have tuberculosis all over them, all because you walked up to a lady in a hairnet thinking, oh, I'm just going to come eat a free lunch here. Leaving your children behind. What kind of a person are you? Ask yourself. Rafi says, I've been trying to make sense of what Reese is talking about for the last 5 minutes. It's never going to happen because I don't even know what I'm saying. Amy Edge, I'm so sorry, but make sure you tell Jerry hello. Allie, absolutely. And I just saved your lives, guys. I just saved your lives. 117 billion people have lived on the earth. That's a lot of ghosts. That's a lot of ghosts. And there's way more arm and nose hairs floating in those pretzels at Costco. You think you want to try a tortilla chip that you've had a million times? I don't recommend it. Buy the bag, take it home, open the bag, and now you're safe to eat. Because let's face it, you're going to eat your own arm hairs at home. That's different. Your body recognizes it and processes them right out into your poop. When you're ingesting other people's, that's a lot of DNA that your body's like, we can't process this. This isn't Dexter, right? This isn't a laboratory. What do you think this is? That place where they send off for DNA? What does Tommy call it? Lucky me. Thank you for being here. Jen, sending so much peace and love to you all. You made my Monday. Well, that is sad, and you need to raise your standards, Jen. I love you, Jen. Thank you for your super chat. You've never found a pet hair in your food? I'm clean, but it happens. I have 5 cats, a poodle, and whatever that thing is, that little Muppet, that little Fraggle Rock thing. Yes. Hey, Joe Virus. Of course, right? Of course. Have I been smoking the devil's lettuce? No, it's illegal here in Tennessee, and plus I'm too afraid to. Remember that time I took a gummy with Tommy? Nearly killed me. He had to be my gummy guide. Do you remember that? Tommy had to be my drug guide because, of course, Tommy knows all about drugs and he has a high-ass tolerance for drugs. So I'm over there like floating in the room, like trying to find my neck. I was like, why is my body over there, but my neck is sitting on the table and the rest of me is, remember I couldn't open my eyes? I was like, Tommy, where are you? That was the craziest shit. I'll never forget it. He was literally holding my hand with his giant paddle. And I was like, Tommy, where are you? And he was like, kid, I'm right here. And I couldn't open my eyes. And I was like, how come I can't open my eyes? And he was like, you can. And I was like, no, I can't. And I said, why do you sound like Mark Wahlberg? He sounded just like Mark Wahlberg from the movie Fear. I'm never doing that again. Well, hey, they call me mommy. Welcome in. It's about time. Great to be here. Subscribe. Sent by Tommy. He adores you. Joseph, thank you for being here. You're probably never going to come back, but thank you. Thank you. I can't retain new people because I can't control myself. Remember you couldn't pee? I couldn't pee. Tommy had to walk me to the bathroom in Braille. I was walking in Braille. I was like 2 steps to the left. I was like, and he was like, you can open your eyes, kid. I was like, I can't open my eyes. I was like, where's the toilet? Tommy sat with me on the floor of the bathroom of my old house while I sat on the toilet trying to pee for 45 minutes. He sat there for 45 minutes. And I was like, it won't come out. I couldn't open my eyes. I was like, it won't come out. I was like, why won't it come out? And he was like, just keep pushing. And I was like, my ovaries are ghosts. Do you remember that? I was like, I have ghost furries. I don't think that was a gummy. I mean, it was a gummy. Remember he said it was like a 35 milligram fucking gummy? It was so crazy. It was crazy. He was on the floor laughing so hard at that point. Like I finally did open my eyes and I was like, where are you, babe? And he was like laying on the floor in a ball, like cracking up laughing. It was so funny. Thank you for coming over. They call me mommy. Thank you for coming over. That's hilarious. I appreciate that. Helena, once found a Band-Aid. Okay, I don't want to finish this sentence. In a can of kidney beans to this day, I do not eat them. You just ruined chili for me. I hope you feel sad. Thought you should have all been traumatized with me. Rinse your beans. Well, she lives in Australia. So there's a chance that only happens in Australia. So I actually feel better about it. But thank you for paying to say that. That's the worst thing I've heard. The second worst thing from Valerie's story. I'm going to need your itinerary. Okay, for the hugathon. You're so cute. I'll text you. I'll do it tonight. Joe Virus. And thank you for being a member. I love you. Yeah, it was the craziest shit that had ever happened. And I've smoked pot. Like the last time I was probably Taylor Miller. The last time I was in my teens, but still, I popped that gummy and it took like 45 minutes to kick in. And I remember watching something with him and I was like, this isn't doing anything. I was like, where's my face? It was so crazy. I will never forget that. I was like, where's my face? And I kept going, Tommy, where are you? I was like, why are you not with me anymore? Why did you leave? And he was holding my hand and he was like, kid, he was like squeezing me and he was like, feel my hand, Reese. He was like, feel my hand, babe. I'm right here. And I was like, where are you? And I had blinds in my house, mini blinds. And I was like, close the drapes. I was like, shut the drapes, Tommy. And he was like, we don't have any drapes. It was crazy. That was fun. We should do that. I remember telling him that night, I was like, we should go live. I was like, we should go live right now on YouTube. He was like, I don't think so. I don't think that's a good idea, babe. I was like, let's do it. You and me against the world, Scoville. Tommy was a great gummy guide, though. He really was. He was a good drug guide. Yeah, it's Lady O. My teeth were dancing. It's scary. I don't like drugs where I feel out of control. This is why I've never drank. I have never been a drinker in my life. I don't like feeling out of control. That's why I enjoyed when I did smoke meth in my teenage years. I enjoyed that because I was wide awake. I didn't eat. I was scrubbing the walls like a Scientologist would anyway. Like it just matched my personality. Okay, Helena, quit lying to us. Imported from where? Probably like Thailand or something. They were not imported from the US. Helena, stop making up rumors. But thank you for paying me. Love you. Good thing Tommy stopped you. Alive probably wouldn't have been a good idea. It probably would have been a really bad idea. Yeah. Was it melatonin or other things? It was like sativa or something. I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to ask him. He wants me to come on his show tonight. Like, come on, not just be in the chat. In like 45 minutes or like 50 minutes from now. I don't know. Maybe I'll come on. I might bring it up. I might bring that story up to him. Mexico. See, that's different. We're not in Mexico. We don't have to worry about Band-Aids and beans, but thank you for scaring the absolute shit out of me, Helena. And again, thanks for paying for that. Janet Jacobs. Hey, Tommy goes live every day. It's random. So like he'll go live like he did earlier today, but he always goes live at my time. It's 8:05, 9:05 Eastern. And then trying to think, he does that midnight show now, Janet Jacobs. And I think you go to both of those, don't you? I think I've seen you in both of them. But yeah, those are, I don't know if he's going to continue that midnight show forever, but he definitely goes live in about 45 minutes from now. And he wants me to come on his show tonight. We'll see. We'll see. By the way, hey, Janet, welcome. So guys, this was fun. This was a real shit show. And again, I enjoyed meeting all of the new people. I'm sure you'll never come back and I would understand that, but please just stay subscribed. Like, can we cut a deal? Like I'm trying to get back to at least 20,000. Can we just stay subscribed? You don't ever have to come back. You don't have to engage. You don't have to leave a comment. Nothing, none of that. Can we cut that deal? Thanks, Faye. The midnight shows are good. Yeah, Lisa Palmer. They're pretty silly. I got to go in there and do the all caps. Yeah, Joan Marie. I came right at the end, giggity. Pun intended, PRF. It was a shit show. Yeah. Yeah, Renee B, they're fun. They're fun. Johnny is more subdued for sure than Tommy. Valerie says, give Reese a chance. Please don't just base it on today. Don't just base knowing me on today alone. Love you, Joe. Thank you, Diana H. Let's make a deal, Bridge. Just stay subscribed. Don't unsubscribe just because you decided you don't like me. Thank you, Wee. This was fun. Guys, hit subscribe on your way out because YouTube will unsubscribe you. Thank you. Oh my God, that nonsense. Lapis Sky, I love having you here. Mischief, you were. YouTube unsubbed you? Exactly. Southie girl, I am so happy to see you. Please don't leave me. I won't leave you, says Jody. Thank you. And thank you for super stickering me, Jody. Thank you, Iwa. Kathy, thank you for the super sticker. Guys, I mean that. That is really kind. And it really helps me and Huxley, my son. So thank you for that. It's very supportive. Yeah, Cheap Chick, I don't want to do that to him, but I am going to text Johnny in all capitals. All we're saying is give Reese a chance. Give Reese and Peace a chance. Rip Curl, Reese is funny and easy to look at. Aw, really? Wow. You know, it's weird when a guy says that I'm cute besides Tommy, because I feel like he just says it because he has to. I'm like, I am really unattractive, but it's sweet that he says I'm cute. Like, that's crazy. Thank you, Rip Curl. Wow. Like, it's sad that I believe him over Tommy. I'm like, wow, it's because he doesn't have to say it. I'm like, wow, really? You just saying that? Even if you are, just keep saying it. Love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Cindy, don't say that. I'm just happy to see you, and I hope you'll come back. Cheap Chick, you have to come back. Same with you, Allie Sayers. Thank you, Southie. We all know you're cute, says Sierra Terry. Thank you, Rip Curl. Don't get rid of me. Joan Marie, are you crazy? I can't get rid of you guys. You have to get rid of me. I can't leave. You guys leave. Thank you, Wanda. Sock for the next show in case I poop in my sock. Linda, you're always thinking ahead of times, and I appreciate that. Thank you, babe. Yeah, Julie, absolutely. Guys, thank you. This is a Midwest goodbye. I will see you all on the boat here in about 45 minutes. And that's true. This is a good point. I'm of the opinion men rarely say or do anything they don't want. That's true. That's true. Jennifer, I'll have to ask him that. Thank you, Jody. I'll have to ask him that. That's a good question. I'll ask him tonight. Or you can if you come over, Jennifer. Remind me in case I forget. Guys, thank you. Thank you. Please hit subscribe. Please try to give me more chances. I promise that each show is different. Sometimes I act right. Sometimes I don't. Laura Beth, I love you, girl. Sometimes I don't, but please continue to try to give me like, swirl it around, taste it for a minute. Like, don't decide yet. Okay. Like, it's a casserole that you're not sure about. Try it again tomorrow, at least for a week. That's true, Southie girl. Cheryl, thank you. Thank you, guys. I love you all. Mods, thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you for the super chats. I mean that. Thank you for being members, gifting memberships. All of that helps me so much. So thank you. Mods, love you guys. Thank you for protecting us. And here comes Fred. I will be back. Tomorrow is, I don't know what damn day it is. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'll be back same time afternoon, 4:35, somewhere in there. Here comes Fred, guys. Love you all.